I'm Go Dark Matter, and welcome to Dark Matters. Alright, I've made a few cosmetic improvements to the FrankenCaster. I added these black witch hat knobs, and I've added a black tip to the selector switch. Then on the back, I've added a black tremolo plate. It's a 3-ply, so it's got white in the middle. And so those are the cosmetic things I've done to the FrankenCaster. And I have a few more things that I want to do to it. I want to change the tremolo bridge with a better bridge. And I want to change the tuners with a better set of tuners. I've also put on these TUSQ string trees, which work really nice. I'm going to replace these tuning machines with locking auto trim tuning machines from Planet Waves. So let me loosen these things up here first off. Take that nut and bushing off first, and then the washer. You can do that to all of these. Then I need to turn this over and remove these screws from each one of these. So there's one screw also holding down that tuning machine. So let me get one of the Planet Wave ones to see how this fits in. Now, different tuning machines have different ways to put them in. They may have different configurations of screws, though this is one of the more standard ways to put them in. On some Fender tuning machines, there's a little extra notch that you actually clip into a hole to kind of hold it as well as the screw. But these Planet Waves do not have that. So hopefully that will line up just right. And it fortunately appears to. The nice thing about this fitting in correctly like this is you don't have to mess with drilling new holes, and you don't have to mess with lining it up. This is the locking tuning head right here. This locks the string into position. So we'll take the rest of these off and replace them with these, and then turn it on and put the washers and the nuts on the other side. Alright, that looks good as far as the screws go, and the tuning machines look great. But now we need to put on the washers and the nuts on the other side. Alright, I'm going to remove the old tremolo block and install a new one. Now the big question is, should I replace this plate right here that holds the springs. And the old one looks fine to me, so I'm going to stick with that, because if I take that off I have to resolder the ground to it, and I just think it would be easier to leave that on, and I don't see any advantage of it because these plates aren't that much different. In fact, this old plate I think I like a little bit more. One of the springs. I think I'm going to keep these springs too, even though it came with new springs. These are actually really fender springs. Alright, the next thing is to take this old tremolo plate off and replace it with a new one. Alright, there's the old trim block right there. As you can see, the new trim block actually has a brass block on it, and it's much bigger, and so it should get more sustain out of it. Set that down and see if it fits in there. And it does fit in, and it does fit in where the screw holes are. Alright, the trim block is now in. It looks really nice there. Let's see how it performs. Alright, the next thing will be to put the strings in and to set this up and adjust this tremolo block. Alright, there we go. That was kind of hard to get out. The good news is this is the nut that was in here and it has a flat edge, so I don't have to shape the bottom of this to that flat edge, so I just have to get it so that it will fit in the groove. I'm going to go Dark Matter, and this has been Dark Matters. Be seeing you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.